This week I want to talk to you about addiction. Any of you that know me well, those of you who've been following me, those of you in the group will know that this is something very close to my heart. It's something that I've battled with for a lot of my life. Whether that's alcohol, substance abuse, cigarettes, fitness, work, sex, I have struggled to come to terms with this, and what I have discovered professionally and personally is that the addiction is not the issue. The issue is what is underneath it. So that could be something: food, scrolling, gaming, like your phone. You're addicted to the relief that it gives you. So you're using something externally to manage what's going on in here internally. Relief from the noise in your head, relief from the pressure in your chest, relief from the constant hum of "I'm not good enough," the pain of trauma. Most people think that they look at addiction and they see somebody in the street, they see a drug addict, a lack of discipline, weakness, something to be fixed. But the truth is, addiction is a solution that stopped working. So initially it will have worked. The most basic way of describing addiction is it is something that initially would have worked until the thing that you are using becomes the issue, and you can put in whatever you like into that. Dr. Gabor Mate, some of you may have heard of him, said the question is not why the addiction, but why the pain. Until we address what the pain is, until we address what is underneath it, generally you will keep, you can have as much willpower as you like. But fundamentally, if you cannot learn to regulate your nervous system and regulate what is going on in your body, have more capacity to deal with discomfort, you will keep reaching for an external stimulant. So addiction is never about the thing, it's about the thing that soothes. The first pint, the line, the workout, the Tinder hit, a long day at work, positive affirmation, food. It gave you something. A second where your body can finally get a bit of respite. That's not weakness, that's your nervous system trying to regulate. I keep talking about it all the time. Your nervous system will find a way to try and regulate itself, whatever way. It found something that turned the volume down, even for just a moment. The problem, the more relief it gives you, the more it becomes the only way you know how to cope. I cannot tell you the amount of conversations that I've had with people that they don't have anything else to fall back on. They don't have the capacity to be able to regulate themselves, so they're reliant totally on willpower. Willpower will run out. As soon as your capacity is low, as soon as your resilience is low, you will reach for a thing. And when that happens, the relief becomes the cage. Just let that settle in for a minute. So here's actually what's going on underneath. Your nervous system only has one job, as we know. It's to keep you safe. It's to keep you alive. That's it. From thousands of years ago, when we've evolved from fishes or whatever we've evolved from, we were living on this planet with other animals. Survival of the fittest. Our nervous systems have not evolved since then. So come back to modern day. When you grew up in chaos, unpredictability or emotional disconnection, your body learned early that life does not feel safe. So it stays on guard. You're hardwired to your senses are hardwired to detect fear. Then it comes almost like distorted. A friend of mine talks about disordered fear, which is what anxiety is. A lot of anxiety in people is disordered. It's not real. It's not rational. So when the tension builds too high, it looks like a quick exit, something to change your state fast. So the loop is the pain, then the relief, then the shame of doing the thing, and then you go back on repeat. That's the cycle. There is a lot of shame in addiction. How many people do you say that have an issue? A lot of people do it in isolation. Hide food, hide alcohol, secretively buy things. But then you've got one like everyday things, norms, social norms, like working harder. It's not a character flaw, it's a pattern of regulation that's outlived its usefulness. That's all it is. It doesn't serve you anymore. It starts impacting your relationships. It starts impacting other areas of your life. That's one of the first questions that I will ask someone is, what is your relationship to the thing? Most people try to outthink it. As I say, I just need more willpower. But as I've said like 3-4 times already, it doesn't work. When your body is in threat mode, it will not work. Because you're not fighting a bad habit, you're fighting biology. You cannot fix a survival strategy by shaming it. It will work short term, but it won't deal with the underlying issue. You have to understand what it is protecting you from. That's where the work is. And I get it. I've lived most of my life through it. So I speak about alcohol. But actually, the alcohol was not the issue. It was me wanting control of everything. Work harder, train harder, help more people. Anything to outrun the voice that said to me that I wasn't enough. Keep people at arm's length. Because the pain underneath it all was rejection, abandonment. I looked disciplined from the outside. I looked like I had my shit together. But inside I was exhausted, disconnected, and I was running from myself. When I finally stopped, when I was finally willing and committed to doing the work on me, everything changed. I realised I wasn't addicted to achievement. I was addicted to avoiding pain. I got that addicted to avoiding pain. I disconnected from my body. So the truth for a lot of high performing people is they've swapped the bottle for busyness. Or that's how they regulate themselves at the weekend. The chaos of drinking for the chaos of doing. Same pattern, different disguise. It takes you out of connection. Think about it. Think about the thing for you. Notice what it does. It takes you out of connection, because generally connection is risky. It creates pain. So I want you to try something for me right now. Think of the last time you reached for the thing, whatever that is. The drink, the phone, the dopamine hit, whatever it was. Pause and notice, where do you feel it in your body? When you think of the thing, what happens to your nervous system? Where does it come up in your body? Tension, where? What's the quality of it like? What is the felt sense of it? Get curious about it. What's the emotion that you are trying to avoid? You cannot heal what you refuse to feel. That's not a slogan, it's the science of your nervous system. The moment you can stay present with discomfort, you start to take your power back. I talk a lot about being more, my kind of strap line is like, you have to get more comfortable being uncomfortable. Physically, emotionally. I've got 3 questions for you. I want you to sit with them. What pain am I really trying to soothe? What emotion feels unsafe for me to sit with? And what would relief look like if it didn't cost me my self-respect? Write them down. Take your time. If you're struggling, let your body tell you the truth. Try and connect with your body. Addiction isn't a moral failure. It's your body's best attempt to find safety in a world that didn't teach you how. Many of you would not have been taught how to feel safe. But safety can be relearned. I teach it inside my program. You work with me, I will teach you how to feel safe, felt sense, safe in your own body. I've created a 2-minute, like a self-assessment of your nervous system. It will literally take you 2 minutes. What I'd like for you to do is just take 2 minutes to the link is in the comments. I will put the questions in the comments as well. And also I will put in a link to book a call with me. It's free. It's a clarity call. It's not a sales call. It's a clarity call. Find out where you're at. When you've taken the quiz, I will then send you a free resource. So it will give you an indication of whether you are stuck in fight, flight, freeze, or people pleasing, appeasing form. Remember, you're not broken. You're just overloaded, and you have not been. You don't have the tools to be able to do this. Let's start fixing the wiring, not the willpower. Thank you.